Hello everyone, it's been a minute and a half since you last saw me, since I last posted a video here, and I have missed you guys. I hope you miss me too, because I really missed you guys a lot. I missed the space, I missed coming here to, share content that I'm passionate about. As you all know, this channel is Talk with Viv, and my name is Vivienne. So to my viewers, both new and returning viewers, welcome to my channel, and I hope that today we'll be able to achieve the aim for this video. So this video is going to be focused on our body shaming series. Like we do two series, the fashion education series and the body shaming series. I've already explained in previous videos and in the beginning why we run two series on this channel. So if you do not know yet, you can go back to my page, go look through my playlist, and you'd understand better what we do on this channel and what I do on this channel and the kind of content that you'll be coming across as you follow me on this journey. So the aim of this video today is to talk about the effects of body shaming on the victim's relationships in life. Body shaming doesn't just affect the person. For a while, it builds effect upon effect upon effect until this person carries on all of these attributes and traits and these complex issues onto adulthood, and then it begins to affect different relationships in these victims' life. So the aim of this video is that by the end of this video, you'll be able to recognize, understand, and empathize with victims of body shaming, and you'll be able to hopefully learn to control yourself from body shaming others, be it deliberate or not deliberate. So before we go into the video deep, please click on the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. Also click on the bell button. It's important, the bell icon that you can see. It's important. Kindly drop comments as you're watching the video or questions that you want to ask. And then click everything important in between. Click everything important in between. Yeah. So let's go into the video proper. Body shaming has always been an issue right from days of old. There's not been a time in the world that body shaming has not been an issue. From the beginning of time till now, there has always been this idea of putting a particular body image as a better and perfect and some as undesirable. And from the same time as of old, we have always realized that this body shaming thing has always continually produced effects, negative effects. Yes, you're pruning a young lady or a young man or a particular person to have this particular image that the society claims to be what is more desirable. But it breeds some psychological effects that are not good for the individual on which you're passing this message to. Things like issues like complex issues, self-doubt, self-hate, lack of trust in others, because they can't believe that people like them for who they are. So whenever they come across somebody who actually genuinely like them for what and who they are not able to trust the person. So it affects their relationships in life, romantic relationships, platonic relationships, family relationships, and the list goes on and on. And the way these things always come out is it always starts with childhood traumas. Issues that come about with being bullied and body shamed as a child, and being told that you're not beautiful enough or good enough because of how you look or your color or how you talk or your body shape, then builds over into how you behave and see people and perceive yourself as an adult. For example, a fat child who is constantly being taunted, made fun of, publicly humiliated for how they look. We have scenarios like that when these kind of children, they raise their hands to ask questions in class or to speak in class, and those bullies or body shamers begin to boo them and make fun of them. And these children begin to develop a fear of speaking in public, of trying to make their point known, or being noticed in public, because they know that, or they believe that people are going to shoot them down because of how they look like. So this thing brews up into adulthood. They grow and then they begin to like to stay in the background. They don't want to come out to the forefront. They stay in the background during things because they believe, oh, I'm fat, people will make fun of me. If I talk, they'll look at me and go, who's that? You know? So it affects them and it affects their career, it affects relationships. Another example is maybe a female child who grew up being bullied for or always being taunted by her peers or maybe friends, that because she has puberty acne and spots all over her face. Now, acne and spots are a very normal occurrence as a growing child once you hit puberty, right? But some people have it later, some people have it as soon, some people get hit worse, some people don't even get it as much as others. Now, those who don't have it sometimes tend to make fun, or boys tend to make fun of girls who have a lot of acne spots on their face, and they begin to, taunt them and make them feel less of human because of how their face look at that particular point. Forgetting that it's a natural occurrence, it's what nature has brought about. It shows they are growing and it's a good sign, right? And so these girls begin to feel like it's a bad thing to have pimples. And of course, because they've seen other girls that do not have it as worse as them, they feel that there must be something wrong with them. And the fact that they're like that, it means that they're ugly, they're not beautiful, right? Now this thing grows on, and then you begin to realize, there's some people that can't go out in public without makeup. There's some people who, once their faces are spotless, they feel good, but immediately there is a spot or pimple, they cannot go out without makeup to cover up these spots because they believe they no longer look beautiful. It can be exasperating for their friends. You're going out to other places and this person is putting on full makeup. Naturally, what might come to your mind as somebody who did not know them while they were growing up or their struggles will be, maybe she just wants to overshadow others and look beautiful, or she's a makeup freak, or she depends too much on looking beautiful. Like, that is what you might think, but you wouldn't know that deep down this person doesn't feel beautiful. Like, she really doesn't feel beautiful until cover up these spots or these pimple marks, right? So in that way, it might be affecting her relationship with her friends. And because you don't understand, and it's not comfortable sometimes for people to tell you, oh, this is what I'm going through that's making me react like this. So she can't tell you. Ladies who constantly are always on this journey to either be skinny or to either gain weight or reduce weight. We have some fat ladies always on the journey to starving themselves and ruining their mental health and their health and nutrition just because they've been told as children while growing, or they're constantly being body shamed about how they look, their weight, or instead of being told nicely or being helped on how to lose weight, you keep on taunting them and body shaming them. Oh, you're fat, you're skinny. Now some ladies are constantly trying to gain weight, and then when it doesn't work, because some of us have fast metabolism, now it doesn't work and this person thinks, what is wrong with me? And they keep on going through the stress of trying to gain weight. It's not working. What is wrong? They're not happy because they feel pressured to look like others because they feel that is how they should look like. Now this person is going to have a lot of issues with men because, number one, you keep on wondering if this person happens to have a lover. They keep on wondering if it's a skinny lady. Once she's in a relationship and she sees her man with a curvier lady, what goes on in her mind is, most likely he's cheating on me with her because curvy is what is desired. You understand? And if it's a lady who is on the fat side, who is on the big side, what goes on in her mind is, oh, she's slim, she's skinny. That is what is trending now. Everybody wants them skinny and in shape. So that is, they obviously must be having a relationship. So they do not have trust in their men. They are always constantly feeling threatened by other women, and then this will put a toll on the relationship. Now, do you understand how these effects can build and begin to affect how they have relationships with other people? So these things really do affect romantic relationships. Another example I'm going to give is this BBL thing that is going rampant now. We know BBL. Well, some people say, oh, okay, I just do it to feel beautiful for myself. Now, deep down, most people know that they do. Even after doing BBL, if you do not feel beautiful, I don't think, there's no way you ever think you're beautiful. Or when somebody tells you, oh, you're beautiful, you'd never believe. Right? So why do you think BBL is prevalent these days? Because most women do not believe that they look perfect, because the social media or the media has presented perfect curvy hourglass shape as the best, forgetting that God created us in different image, right? He created us in his own image. So whatever way you look like is perfect. You are beautiful. Now, Look at, we have friends, some of us might have friends who cry, get depressed or angry when comments are made about their body, get defensive and they begin to act out. You might look at it like, please, it's just a comment, it's just something normal. Maybe because you have never been body shamed, or you've never, it has never gotten to that point with you. But for these people, it has been years and years of constant abuse and humiliation that they've suffered, that has been ingrained into their head. And so anytime anybody throws a comment about that particular thing at them, they feel self-conscious, they feel bad, they feel hurt, and all these years of insults and abuse rush back and they feel bad, and then they begin to look for ways to come to try to look like the status quo. And this is why some women will always like to hang on to a lover, no matter how abusive the relationship is, or why some women will always run through a dozen men, why some women will always run through a dozen men in a week. Now, the thing is, when a woman has grown, when a lady or a man grows up with the idea that, oh, I look in this particular way, I'm not beautiful enough for somebody because that is what people have been telling me. Now, either they get too scared to be dumped because they believe, oh, I'm not beautiful enough, they're there with me, and very soon their eyes will be clear and they realize they don't want me. So it's better I do the dumping than get dumped. Or they just stick with this man, and whatever the man does to them, they're like, oh, at least I have a man. What if I leave this one and nobody else finds me attractive enough? You understand? Or we have some cases that children are being bullied and body shamed into silence about how they look, maybe their pimple spots, their body shape, their color, or maybe something about the shape of maybe their head or ear, mouth, or something about them, and they're being body shamed into silence. This thing will grow. You get to university, because you've been body shamed into being into silence. We have some children who grew up feeling less beautiful than their siblings or their peers because of what they've been constantly told. Now, these people grow into being wallflowers. In social events, even as adults, they don't know how to talk because they are scared about how they look like. They feel they don't look beautiful. Once they go out with their friends, they might look they will be these girl ladies will be beautiful, but for goodness sake, because they've been told they do not look beautiful, they don't want to mingle because they're like, nobody's going to find me interesting, nobody's going to find me beautiful, nobody's going to find me worthy enough, to love me. That's why some people don't feel like they deserve love. You can see that the negative effects of body shaming run well past childhood into adulthood. Whatever traits that has been built into a child from the childhood due to body shaming, whatever complex issues have been built, gradually develops and grows with them into adulthood. And unless this person gets help, maybe self-help, or somebody else helps them by constantly giving positive words into their mind, and maybe they go into therapy, before we can see a change, before the person can be able to pull out of these constant years of abuse and humiliation, and then they can get to love themselves. So I'm not going to tell you how to act. I've already told you, and I think that by now you should be able to understand fully well what your words, how you body shame people might have affected them even now as they're adults. So you should know the right thing to do now after hearing all this. I believe you can empathize with them now. You understand what I'm talking about. So as individuals, we should be able to do better by people. Talk better. If you feel somebody is overweight, if you feel somebody is underweight, be nicer about it. Be humane about your approach. Do not just go and taunt, and teach your children how not to body shame. A lot of children body shame. They do not know they are body shaming. To them, it's just all fun, and let's just make somebody feel bad to feel better. Or some children just like this attitude of, I need to feel good, I'm one of the best, I'm better, and then to build their ego, they destroy other people. Right? You need to teach children that loving others is a form of self-love too. Being respectful to others is a form of self-love too. Because when you love somebody else, you're loving God in that person, and you're loving God in yourself. So being good to others is being good to yourself. Because what goes round comes round. When you're doing good, you learn to be a good person that is going to help you in the future. So I'm not going to tell you, do this, do that, don't say this, don't say that. I believe that as an adult, you should already know what the end of this video, and I'm sure that by the examples that I've given, you should be able to know that by now, okay, this is what I should do as an adult, and this is how I shouldn't behave as an adult. This is wrong, this is right, this is body shaming, this is bullying, this is being nice to others, and this is being considerate of how they feel. The end of the video today, and I strongly hope and believe that I have been able to achieve the aim of this video, and that you have been able to pass on to you the information and what I've been able to pass on to you the information and the feelings that I want to pass on to you perfectly well. Thank you for staying with me for this video. Thank you very much for viewing, and please share this video to your friends. Refer your friends to watch this person that needs to watch this video, or you need to send it to somebody, or you need to send a link to somebody to come watch more, right? So please do not be scared, do not hold back, share the link. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, please. Do not forget to click the bell icon, that is the post notifications icon. It is important. Leave me a comment, maybe a thumbs up. You could ask me questions, you could give me ideas, give me topics that you want me to talk about, or you could share your story. You could tell me one thing or the other about your experience being body shamed, or you could share your story. I would love to hear. We could talk, and it could be something that we would talk about. Next video, we'll be doing a video on our fashion education series, and we'll be talking about, I'll be bringing you a list of other institutions apart from universities and polytechnics in Nigeria that offer fashion and fashion related courses. Yep. So stay tuned, and I promise that it's not going to take too long for me to drop that video like this one took so long. So please do not forget to subscribe. And again, this is Talk with Viv, and my name is Vivian, and bye. See you till next time. I love you all.